Right, so we've got the TWAB for this week, 11th of December 2025. Looking at a quick preview through it, we've had quite a bit of stuff for the dungeon and dawning, but let's get right into it. So this week in Destiny, we're getting ready for our next dungeon race. Read on for all the info about equilibriums. That was terrible to say that way. Contest mode before it launches Saturday morning. We also have content creators fighting for their favourite syndicates in Renegade's Lawless Frontier. Hopefully next week's Dawn event brings them together after their friendly exchanges of banter and bullets. So included in this one, it's the Equilibrium dungeon race this weekend. Dawning's almost here, refreshing the new player guide, new dungeon, new Bungie rewards, possibly cause a drone moves to the Lawless Frontier, hunt down the system's most wanted, and join creators in the Oath of the Renegades. Let's get started before the dawn and snow begins to fall. Yes, we've got the Equilibrium dungeon race starts Saturday, 9 AM PT. In the UK, it's 5 PM, I believe. I saw a reset on Saturday. Guardians will brave the Equilibrium's contest mode in a race to claim world's first title. We have signed up for that, and we will be streaming that over on the Twitch, twitch.tv/UmbrellaUrson. If you do want to take part watching, you can come over and watch on there. The first fire team to clear the dungeon will have their victory immortalised with a set of first of their kind engram trophies emblazoned with their names. They do look very cool, to be fair. I mean, the trophies for Sundra Doctrine was relating to the lenses within Sundra Doctrine. I think these are nothing to do with the dungeon itself this time around. It's just a cool engram, which is pretty cool. Then we've got contest mode rewards. In addition to the dungeon's new loot, completing Equilibrium during contest mode offers special rewards. Defeat all encounters of the dungeon before the mode ends to claim the heirloom exotic, which was the special ammo crossbow we've seen earlier in some of the previews before Renegades came out, and the Dredgen's Descent emblem, which is a pretty cool emblem, to be fair. Pretty cool emblem. I'm excited to try and get it done to get hands on the heirloom exotic, and it looks like you get the catalyst as well, or at least steps towards it. It does look like it's a really cool exotic and quite powerful. Contest mode will last for 48 hours following the start of the dungeon race. That's Saturday 5 PM till Monday 5 PM. As with previous races, to give our servers some room to breathe, there will be no bounty or weapon leveling progress for combatants. Kills below boss tier within the Equilibrium dungeon while contest mode is enabled. Normal mode difficulty will go live once world first completion has been confirmed by the team. I was debating, which we might end up doing, is once it has been cleared to hop into normal mode and just get it clear from there. So at least we know the feel of the whole dungeon and know what the mechanics are like, and then bring that over to the contest mode version to try and get it clear before then. Next part is tune into Dungeon Zone early for Twitch drops and more. Evan F 1997 and CB Grey will be hosting Dungeon Zone live from Bungie HQ on their respective channels starting at 6 AM PT. That'll be 3 hours before, so about 2 PM UK time. On December 13th, their pre-show will feature interviews with Bungie developers, previous dungeon race winners and more. Watch the official Dungeon Zone broadcast on Twitch for an hour between 9 AM PT Saturday, December 13th and 9 AM PT on Sunday, December 14th to earn the Paranoia pink emblem as a Twitch drop. Quite cool there. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that, you know, it's only for this one and not all streams. But yeah, if you like the cool emblem, obviously have that stream open. Make sure you get that drop on Twitch. For our French viewers, tune into Merge1 and Tama Usagi, I want to say, on Twitch to watch the Equilibrium dungeon race in French. There will be lives starting at 9 AM PT, which is 6 PM CEST, and we'll have Twitch drops enabled on their channels as well. We've got some contest mode entry requirements. Must own Renegades. Fighting leader needs to have progressed their dungeon introductory pursuit, titled The Way Between, to at least step 2. The Equilibrium introductory pursuit is acquired from Anor in the cantina of Tharsis Outpost after completing step 5 of the Renegades pursuit. A fire team of 3 players is needed to launch the activity. Fire team power will be disabled during contest plays, and players are recommended to have a minimum of 370 power level. Players below that will see their damage output reduced against the combatants and will receive increased damage from them. That's not really an issue for us, we're all already 550, but if you are wanting to give it a go, make sure you get up to 370 at least. Dungeon race rules. Realistically, probably just going to skip over this part. It's been mentioned in some previous TWABs, but the whole gist of one person has to be streaming to count for the chance to win Worlds First. It has to be on YouTube, Twitch, or Bilibili. Have to have it as a VOD afterwards. You're not allowed to block any of your screen. You're not allowed to mute any of the game audio. You can mute your voice chat. Can't mute any game audio. And if you do want to block any of your screen, you've got to use the designated areas that Bungie have provided. Hide only those portions, so you're not blocking the entire screen, which is good because with Salvation's Edge Raid Race, it was getting a bit ridiculous when people were blocking their entire screens and audio, so you were literally just watching a black muted screen sometimes. So it's good that they're cracking down on that. Now onto the main part, the disabled items list, which we knew was coming, and it's probably only going to get bigger, but to make it supposedly maintain the integrity of the race and its challenges. So we will be disabling the following list of abilities and gear during contest mode. Artifacts perks, anti-barrier sniper rifle and kinetic rupture. Not entirely sure what the issue with anti-barrier sniper rifle was, but kinetic rupture was quite a powerful artifact perk. And you've got abilities, Widow Silk, aspect for hunters. Didn't see an issue with that, which is interesting. Weapons, the Navigator, Exotic Trace Rifle, Catalyst. I'm guessing there's an easy way to keep grapple melee in a boss, maybe. Refurbished A499 Sniper Rifle, that's the new heavy sniper rifle, which we knew did a lot of damage. Was a bit crazy, to be fair. We've got Uncivil Discourse, which again is the new blaster. Special ammo hand cannon, which again, if you've seen any footage out there, people were soloing Two-Face and the Witness with Lucky Pants in this, so yeah, we knew that was likely to be disabled. And it's better really to disable this rather than Lucky Pants so that some other builds are still functional. And then all volatile mods. They can still be slotted, but they'll have no benefit in the dungeon, which I think is good because they're quite a low drop rate at the minute, and not everyone will have them, so it's a good thing to get rid of them just for the dungeon contest mode. Yeah, just to make it more fair there. But yeah, those two, the two weapons there, kind of probably saw it coming, especially the hand cannon, just because of how nutty they've been going at the minute. But the other thing is this could get longer, so keep an eye on the disable list if you are taking part, just in case any of the builds you are running ends up being, well, disabled because you can't run it. Not swap clarification, which is annoying that this is going to be still included, but yeah. With the dungeon race going live in just a few days, we'd like to clarify a miscommunication of the functionality of not swap. The update 9.5.0, which was the Renegades update, patch notes from Tuesday, December 2nd, are accurate. Swapping ammo types does not trigger not swap. The December 4th TWID has been updated to reflect this. PvE not swap had its ammo type trigger removed, as well as its orb and special/heavy ammo penalties. The description has been updated to match the current behaviour, as well as mention the changed arm stat mods as being a trigger. Yeah, I mean, it's so terrible to have not swap in it. Realistically, it doesn't belong in raids and dungeons. Like, the fact of when not swaps in the game, it's still very, very difficult to kill the bosses in contest mode, whether that's a dungeon or a raid. That's when you can swap. But then, with them not adjusting the boss's health, which is likely because they haven't really mentioned anything like that, it's even harder to then not swap. your stuff. I mean, you can swap some things. It's mainly like, say you could run Getaway Artist while you're doing the ad clear sections, and then swap to something like Matadoxia, that your super's doing a lot more for damage phase. That's just good build crafting. Yes, some people don't like it, but all it takes is a quick swap. Even if you're on controller, even if you're on console or a lower end PC, it's not too taxing to do that. And you don't have to do it at the same time, but having it included is just, especially when the wider community feedback is, it's not liked whatsoever. It's annoying. But at least we've got the ammo type swap. Doesn't trigger not swap. It's just the losing your abilities and swapping your exotic armor, I believe. But yeah, it's also something we've got to take into consideration when we're making builds ready for the contest day one. But yes, the next part, Praxic Blade Crystal drop details. Early on during Renegade's launch week, eagle-eyed Guardians were quick to notice Equilibrium is home to an extra special prize, the Dark Matter Crystal Taken. When it's set in a Praxic Blade, this crystal creates a beam of brilliant dark light and has a low chance to drop on fully clearing all encounters in Equilibrium in contest mode or normal. That's good then, so you just need to get a clear, and it's got a chance of dropping as well. The encounters do not need to be cleared in a specific order, as they are independently tracked. Progress resets weekly and on each full clear. This means players are not limited to one chance per class per week, and instead were able to clear Equilibrium repeatedly in their search for the crystal drop. Two things from that. Brilliant that it's farmable, because as much it's probably going to be a low drop, at least you can farm the dungeon over and over and over again until you get it. Secondly, the fact that they don't have to be cleared in a specific order leads me to believe that this dungeon's going to be non-linear, like Desert Perpetual, which will be the first non-linear dungeon, I believe, which is really cool. So I'm guessing they're possibly hinting at that. We'll have to have a look when it does release. Yeah, that's pretty cool. At least it's going to be farmable, at least for the crystal drop, possibly other things, but at least that taking crystal drop, that's cool. Dungeon Race stream overlays from Get Wrecked. We're providing some brand new Equilibrium themed overlays from our partners at Get Wrecked that you can use. Get your hands on the whole suite or pick and choose what you like from available assets. Players that wish to cover a portion of their stream during Equilibrium Dungeon Race may only cover the designated areas in the below template. You may create your own overlays, but you cannot cover more than what is blocked out in the sample below. Of course, you can stream without any overlay covering anything as well. Yeah, it's pretty much where the two buffs are. You've got buffs that are just underneath your health bar, which are usually like major important ones, and then buffs on the left-hand side, which sometimes are quite important as well. They're the main two areas. You can't block anything else. I won't be covering anything on this stream when I'm streaming it. But yeah, if you do, you can either use them or just only block those portions. Moving on to the Dawning. The Dawn event preview. It's almost that time of year again. Guardians Abuelita, Eva Levante, probably butchered that as well. It's heating up the cookie oven, which means that the Dawning is close. This iteration of the Dawning starts on Tuesday, December 16th and will run until January 6th, 2026. Quite cool. His artwork there. Let's go over how this event works. Snowball fight is here. Have you ever thought to yourself, gee, I wish I could throw snowballs at other Guardians? Ask yourself no more. This year we have a new Crucible Ops activity, Dawn and Snowball Fight, where you can live out your fantasy of the most overpowered snowball fight of all time. No weapons, no abilities, just soft powder, and after a while, a snowball super to one-shot your cool-headed rivals. That's pretty cool, to actually just fully get rid of abilities and weapons. That's going to be a quite cool activity. As in past years, snow will also be falling in several locations, allowing you to make and throw snowballs that slow, freeze and shatter foes. The snowstorm modifier will be active in portal activities, generating snowballs upon defeating combatants. Cooking cookies for your favourite Destiny denizens. Eva Levante makes return with her cooking quest. That's a tongue twister. Learn how to gather questionably edible ingredients, Vex Milk, ? Acquire Essence of Dawning, and use her cookie oven to bake tantalising treats for the stalwart heroes you know and love in the Tower and beyond. Exchange baked goods across the solar system for a special The Dawning themed rewards. In addition to 20 bakes you know from recipes already, we've added 2 new cookie recipes and cookie recipients. The 2 new ones are peanut butter paw prints for Archie and dark matter drizzlers for Dean of the Aeonians on Caldera, on Kepler, or in the Solar Ops. You can give it to her during that. Fair enough. All the others are pretty much the original 20 that we had in previous ones. I think realistically, because I don't think I played much of the last Dawning, the Neomuna one is new. Looking at all these here. Yeah, all the others are just normal standard ones. But yeah, that's cool. You might notice Lodi isn't on the cookie delivery list. Fret not. That's because you'll be posting real cookies for him during the Dawning in-trade emblem. More on this in next week's tweet. A lot of rewards to earn. As for rewards, the Dawn is entering the event home for the first time. Much like we did for the Festival Lost and Solstice, there's a shader, ship, emblem, ghost shell, and more waiting for you on the event track, as well as weapons of course. Quite cool selection there. Play and portal activities will drop Dawning engrams containing exclusive weapons like Mistral Rift, Adaptive Frame Void Linear Fusion Rifle, Permafrost, a Wave Frame Stasis Grenade Launcher, and Fimble Winter Stitch, Precision Frame Arc Sidearm. Got the Vestian Dynasty model there. You'll get 1 guaranteed holofoil of each of the with random perks from the event track, and you can find more by earning Dawning engrams from portal activities or trading in Dawning Spirit with Ava in the tower for a Dawning engram. That's pretty cool then. Like I said, Dawning's always been a decent event. I think I prefer things like Solstice and Festival Lost, especially with the rework to Festival Lost this year. But obviously this is the first time Dawning's been added with the whole event track and the portal system, so it'll be cool to see that as well. We've got a new chapter for the new player guide. For some time now we've wanted to refresh our new player guide to be a more comprehensive, always available resource for players who have just recently started playing Destiny 2. First chapter of the refresh guide, Getting Started with Destiny 2, is now available as part of the Bungie help, and we'll be adding many more chapters covering gameplay, basics, beyond over the next weeks. Additionally, our goal is to update it with every major release, so it's always up to date. Let us know what you think, share it with your new light friends, and help us make the best possible guide for them. It's good, because the new player system needs adjusting. There needs to be some change, because the implementation of it in-game, as well as articles outside, it's never been great for a long time now. It's hard to get into Destiny these days. We've got Equilibrium Dungeon Bungie rewards. The Equilibrium Dungeon launches on Saturday, December 13th, and with it the new Bungie rewards to unlock. Complete the Equilibrium Dungeon by 10 AM PT on April 30th, 2026 to unlock Equilibrium Dungeon hoodie and pin. Master the dungeon and complete the Praxic title by 10 AM on April 30, 2026 to unlock the Praxic title pin Bungie rewards. All purchases, including Bungie rewards, made on the Bungie store during Renegades come with the secret weapon emblem with every purchase. Cool. And we've got the Cosplay Cosmodrome moves to Law's Frontier. These got posted the other day and they're very, very cool. We've got a Bale cosplayer, Rao, Relics, and Zephyrus. The 3 syndicates and Bale. Very, very cool cosplayers there. They did a full blog post on that if you do want to check that out. And something else that came out, I think it was yesterday or maybe before, is some artwork for some wanted posters for some of the main threats. So we've got the Hunt Down the System's Most Wanted. If you want to know more about the big bad characters in Renegades and Lord's Frontier, look no further. We partnered with 5 artists to create a suite of wanted posters featuring the most notorious characters in Renegades. We've got Dredge and Bale, Premier Loom, Enforcer Rao, Boss Relics, and Zephyrus, and Autonomous Mind. So very, very cool artwork. Again, they did their own separate blog post the other day showing these off. So very, very cool artwork. And moving on to the Oath of the Renegades event, which we've been doing on stream here. If you're having fun in the Lawless Frontier, join us for an out-of-game creator-led activation where you can pledge your allegiance to or betray chosen content creators who serve as syndicate leaders. Choose between the espionage-focused Totality Division, the anarchist Pikers, or the gambling Tharsis Reformation. In Oath of the Renegades, a selection of content creators from around the world have become lieutenants for one of 3 syndicates. If you'd like to support them or be part of their team, please sign up on Oath of the Renegades website, link your Bungie.net account, and pledge your allegiance to your chosen creator so you can help them and their syndicate earn points. The lieutenants will have prizes to give out to their syndicate if their syndicate comes out on top at the end of each event day. Prizes include Year of Prophecy collector's editions, exclusive unreleased Renegades themed displays, Renegades game codes, back to basic emblems, and more, so pledge wisely. Of course, you can choose to betray your lieutenant, and if you betray them you will carry over some challenge points to your new lieutenant, but you'll also lose 15% of your points when you betray them. Weigh up your options before you go down the backstabbing route. Finally, at the end of the event, the winning creator syndicate will unlock an emblem for the entire Destiny 2 community to dawn in 2026, which we'll share more information about soon. The lieutenants will be streaming for 2 hours on these dates between these times, so stay tuned for their individual social platforms, their specific stream times, and more information. We've got December 11th to 12th, 15th, 16th, and 18th to 19th. There's only one real option to choose here. You choose Totality Division and you choose Mactix. Where's he at? There, Mactix. That's a syndicate we've pledged to. That's the only right choice. You have no other choice. You don't join gamblers, they're just going to make you AI. And you don't join the Pikers because they're just terrible. So you literally only choose Totality Division, no other choice. And join Mactix, get that up there, and we'll raise it as high as possible. Yeah. Moving on from there, we've got some player support report. A lot of this is just known issues, really. Obviously, Vanguard alerts is coming to the game. That was this week. Looks like some issues with that in the fighting finder. Some known issues there. Like I say, I won't go through all of this. If you do want to have a look at these, obviously check out the TWAB. I'll put it in the description below. A lot of it's been mentioned if you keep an eye on their Bungie Twitter, the Destiny 2 Team 1. A lot of these have been mentioned quite a bit anywhere. And a lot of them's been fixed with some of the patches they put out. But yeah, you can check them out for yourself. Some artists for the week. Looks like Dredge and Bale throwing a tantrum. Quite funny. And movie of the week. This montage is for the dev that wrote this in the patch note. Okay. Strange there. We got the final note here. That's our penultimate TWAB for 2025. 1 week into Renegades has seen Guardians joining Drifter's motley crew, equipping and customizing their Praxic blades and staking their fortunes in the Lawless Frontier. This week also introduced Vanguard alerts to the mix, a new feature bringing a set of activity playlists and grant great rewards for you to dress warmly and with excellent fashion choices for the dawning next Tuesday, and we'll see you this Saturday for the start of the Equilibrium Dungeon Raid Race Destiny 2 community team. So yeah, that's pretty decent. TWAB, like I say, the main points to pull out from this, if I just scroll to the top, you obviously got the raid race, dungeon race, starting on Saturday. If you win, you get these trophies. If you get it completed, you'll get this emblem and the heirloom exotic, which is the main things to go for. Check out the Dungeon Zone stream whilst it's going, and you get this emblem if you watch them for an hour. The disabled list, main things to pull from there: refurbished A499 and the uncivil discourse. They're the 2 ones to watch out for. Not swap's got some clarification. Obviously take that into consideration when you're making your builds for that. You can earn the Taken Crystal from farming the dungeon, and then the Dawning next week's getting a new PvP mode for Snowball Fight, which is pretty cool. So if you have enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, and keep an eye out on the channel for some more videos as we're posting a legendary solo campaign run through at the minute. And we're going to keep doing these TWABs every week just to keep on top of them, keep the community up to date. Yes, thanks for all watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.